Dana Diorsi from CoachWithDana.com with this week's video success strategy. And these videos are all about inspiring and empowering you to intentionally design and build your ideal business and life. So over the last few weeks, we've been exploring different ways to build credibility in your business. And in the first installment of the series, we talked about creating your signature system. And then last week we talked about establishing yourself as an expert. So this week I'm going to share with you my #1 tip for building credibility in your business. And that is to get kick butt testimonials from your clients. And yes, kick butt is a technical term. So why are testimonials so important in your marketing materials? Well, because they provide social proof. So you can say all day long how wonderful your services are, but when your prospective clients are looking at your marketing materials, they know that you're trying to sell them your services, so of course you're going to say that. So when they can see from a third party what results that person has gotten from working with you, it is so much more compelling. And think about it for yourself when you're purchasing things online, say from Amazon.com. Don't you go into the reviews for the different books and make your decisions that way. It really does influence your decisions. So what makes a testimonial a kick butt testimonial? Well, there's one key thing, and that is that it's results based. So the first mistake people make with testimonials is that they don't ask for them at all. But the second mistake people make is that they ask for a testimonial, but they don't provide any parameters for their clients. So their clients will come back with something, saying something like, you know, Dana was wonderful to work with. She was a joy. I had so much fun working with her, which is great. And I want people to think that I'm fun and nice to work with. But what people are really looking for when they're making a purchasing decision are the results that you got. So one tip is when you're asking for a testimonial from your client, provide some parameters or give them a guide. Maybe you could have some pre-planned questions for them. A great model to follow is kind of a before and after story. So you kind of ask them the questions, you know, before working with me, what was your situation like? And then what were the key things that we worked on that made a big impact? And now after working together, what have your key results been? And that really gives them a guide so they can provide you the information you're looking for, because they want to provide you the best testimonial they can, but sometimes people get a little overwhelmed with what to write and how to do that, and they're pressed for time. So that is really key. A couple of other things that are really important with your testimonials. You want to have self-identifying information as much as you can. So if someone sees a testimonial without a name, like say it's anonymous, your natural human tendency is to think that that's a made-up testimonial. So the more identifying information you get, the better. So certainly you would love to get that person's name, if not their full name, their first name and last initial. Maybe their city and state, if they're a business owner, their website. If possible, it's great to get their photos, because then when your prospective clients are looking at it, they say, oh, that person kind of looks like me and they got a great result, and they just identify with that person. And then finally, if you can, video testimonials are really powerful because it's really showing that person's emotion as they're sharing that testimonial. So that's a key step. When should you ask for testimonials? So you want to really just build it into your natural system and your natural process of working with customers. It's always great in your whatever welcome packet you give to clients to kind of tease out that at some point you may be asking them for a testimonial, so they are prepared for that. And then it could be maybe after they have a really significant win, or maybe, you know, toward your last few sessions of working together. The mistake you don't want to make is waiting until after your work is over, because sometimes then it's hard. They've kind of moved on from the work that you've done together, and you kind of have to chase them down, and you don't have that ongoing touch base to check in with them about it. So ideally you want to do it before your time working together ends. Another thing that's important is to give them a deadline. So sometimes you'll ask for a testimonial and people have every intention of giving it, but they're busy and it gets lost in their email or whatnot. So the best thing you can do is, you know, let them know that you're updating your marketing materials, and ideally if you could get this back by a certain date, that would be great. Give them at least a week or so to put something together. And then kind of build something in there where you say, you know, if I haven't heard from you that date, do I have your by that date, excuse me, do I have your permission to kind of reach out and check in with you? So then when you do check in and follow up, if they haven't given you something by that deadline, you kind of already have set the stage for that. And then one additional thing I'd like to share is a way that you can really make these testimonials stand out on your website or in your other marketing materials. So people are by nature scanners on the web or when they're looking at brochures or whatnot. So I like to take like one great pull quote from that. Some of the testimonials might be a couple of paragraphs long, and it's a lot of information. If you have a whole page of them, it's a lot for people to read through. So I like to take the most powerful sentence or quote or combine a couple of sentences together and make a pull quote that's really bolded and almost the headline of the testimonial. So if someone's just scanning the page, they can still quickly get the gist of what your clients are saying. And then finally, where to use the testimonials. So my answer to that is to use them everywhere. You want to have them on your website. When you're having enrollment conversations with prospective clients, you want to share those testimonials beforehand so they have a sense of what people have gotten from working with you before you initiate that enrollment conversation. When you're doing speaking engagements, you want to share your testimonials. It could be on the seats of the people that are coming and attending, brochures, social media. So just anywhere and everywhere, you really want to include that social proof, and it'll be a really powerful tool for your prospective clients to really see what working with you could do for them. So I hope you liked this week's success strategy. I'd love for you to share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're not already on the list to get these videos by email on a weekly basis, you can go to my website at coachwithdana.com and enter your name and email in the upper right hand side, and you'll get added to the list and get this weekly dose of inspiration and education. So until we talk again, this is Dana Diorsi from coachwithdana.com, encouraging you to dream bigger, play smarter, and take bold action to create your most extraordinary business and life today.